York Adams League all season.
Schiff with a deep three, and it's good! Trey Shiflett with the tray at the buzzer.
Now, let's head out to the action with a call of tonight's game. Here's Ron Rubin.
Come in at 6-10 overall, 4-6 in the league, and they really have to win out to have a shot at getting into the league playoffs and probably maybe even the districts. Probably good there. Central, on the other hand, right now, they're tied with Downtown for the third and final league's playoff spot in Division I, and they have a 12 spot in 6A in the districts. They take 12. So really, in many ways, a bigger game for Central because they need to probably take maybe 3 out of 4 down the stretch here to make sure they are playing the next few weeks.
Yeah, and they do, and I think it's an interesting matchup. You got a very athletic, very quick York High team. Like you said, maybe not as experienced as teams as York High teams in the past. Not a lot of varsity experience, but they got some players there. On the other hand, you got Central, disciplined team. They're going to play that switching man-to-man, but so does York High. It'll be interesting. This is going to be a chess match the whole way through. I expect a real tight one tonight.
All right, and this is the Penn State York pregame show. And we shall remind you that we're going to have college basketball, Kentucky and Tennessee when we're done. Then Darrell Henry, a doubleheader at York College tomorrow. Spartans men and women doing pretty well. And we have a big one on Friday, so pencil them in there. Folks will be at Spring Grove as the Rockets host the Bobcats of Northeastern. Our first look at the Bobcats, and if they both win tonight and they are favored in their games, then they'll go in there with Northeastern leading Spring Grove by 1 game in the league standing. So win by Spring Grove Friday if they both win tonight. Tie things up. So
that'll be an interesting. I'm looking forward to that one.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will have the Stony Brook Family Restaurant Coaches Interviews on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Penn State York. Great faculty, small classes, personal attention. Even if you're not sure what you want to do, Penn State York can help you choose the class, the course, the program, the certificate, seminar, or degree you want. Penn State York offers 9 4-year bachelor degrees you can complete without leaving the area. There are also 7 associate degrees. You can also begin the first 2 years of more than 160 Penn State majors right here in York. No matter what class you take, the national reputation of Penn State will follow you throughout your career. Call Penn State York for a brochure. 771-4040. That's 771-4040.
High school sports on WOIK are brought to you in part by Red Line Elks, BPOE 1592. Committed to the ideals of charity, patriotism, and supporting our community, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks of the United States of America, Lodge number 1592, located at 323 West Broadway in Red Lion.
Mornings at 9, Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. Tonight we're at Central York High School where the visiting York High Bearcats are going to play the Central York Panthers. And with me now is the very tall coach of the York High Bearcats, Clovis Gallen. Coach, it's been a kind of a tough year for the Bearcats. Talk a little bit about the challenges this year for you.
The challenges that we faced were, coming into the season, we knew that, we were going to be undersized and we were going to, and we had to really compete, rebounding wise. We definitely had to raise our standard defensively. Those are our 2 keys. And we really wanted to, use bench because we thought we had, a lot of depth. And we do. We started 10 kids up until this point in the season so far, really trying to find some continuity. And our biggest problem is really, being steady and consistent for 4 quarters. We'll put together 2 quarters or 3 quarters, and then we have a 1 quarter that just devastates us, and it ends up costing us basketball games. And that's a large part of that is due to lack of varsity experience. But that's not an excuse, especially at this stage of the game. We're 14 games in, and we're still trying to find ways to play a complete game. We've been in just about every game this season, so tonight is going to be the same thing, our same goal. Try to control the glass, have a great game defensively, and try to put together 4 good quarters, 32 good minutes of basketball.
You're playing against the Central Panther team defensively, kind of mirror image, because you've been switching the last couple of years, correct? Defensively, so talk a little bit about playing against that kind of D.
Well, Central plays, they have one of the best defensive teams in the league over the last few years. They get out in the passing lanes, they deny passes to the wings, they switch everything on the perimeter. So you really have to be stout and running and executing the half-court offense. Make sure you have good cuts, make sure you're screening men and don't just exchange spaces, and make sure you take your time and probe the defense to find quality shots in the half-court. And anytime you can get out in transition, you only want to get out in transition, and if you can take advantage of that, you have an opportunity to beat, a Central York team.
Good luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll be right back with more of our pregame show right after this on Sports Radio 1350 WIK.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hi, this is Jason Krieger, Board Chairman of York Educational Federal Credit Union, with a message. All current William Penn Senior High School faculty, staff, students, retirees, and members of their immediate families are eligible to join York Educational Federal Credit Union. All it takes is a $1 membership fee and a deposit of $50 to their share account. Once you become a member of YEFCU, you can maintain your membership for life. A current promotion ongoing at YEFCU is the Refer a Classmate or Coworker promotion. Refer classmates and coworkers to YEFCU. When they become a member, YEFCU will deposit $10 to your share account. Limit 10 referrals per promotional period. Promotion expires June 30th, 2017. Some terms and conditions may apply. Check out our website at www.yefcu.org for additional information. Begin a relationship with a trusted financial partner and see why York Educational FCU is the smarter choice. If you heard this on WOYK, please stop by YEFCU's main office, located in the Tri-Hill Professional Center at 1601 South Queen Street, by Friday, March the 3rd, 2017, to receive a free gift.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. With me now is the head coach of the Central York Panthers, Kevin Sheeler. Coach, it's always a pleasure. I know sometimes you don't like the fact that I'm in your gym, but I think we broke that spell, so let's talk a little bit about the challenge of playing York High tonight.
It's a big challenge. They're extremely quick. They are extremely aggressive on the boards. Two things that really hurt us the first time we played them, and it's going to be a tough task.
Anything special? I know in Coach Gown that he was talking about your switching man-to-man, but they switched too. I mean, they seem to be a little bit taller than you. Talk about that challenge of playing against that bigger bunch.
You're right. Their height and their switching, that's actually extra length on the defensive end, which makes them a little bit more difficult to work against. We worked on a lot of offense last night and talked about some different options and different reads, and hopefully we're able to implement that stuff tonight.
You're more, to me, a disciplined team. Your kids are well coached. They give you advantage against the team like York High that might be out of control a little bit.
I don't think so. I think towards what Coach Showers is able to do over there, and now what Coach Gowan has continued, and they're a much more disciplined group than the York High teams of yesteryear.
All right, give me a couple of keys you got to do well, Kevin. You got to get out of here with a W.
The way our game ended up at their place around Christmas, I got to assume we're going to see a lot of pressure tonight. So our ability to handle their pressure and limit turnovers is going to be important. Anytime we get a shot we want, that should help us transition back on defense, which is another big key, is stopping their transition game. And then I told my guys last night, the games where we win the battle of the boards are the games we're usually more successful. So it's going to battle the boards.
Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back with more of our pregame show right after this on Sports Radio 1350 WOI.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact McCunkle Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sport Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into. You can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And welcome back to Central High. Ron Ruman and Andy Bria with you. Time now for our Cookman Kunkel look around the league as we get ready for York High and Central tonight. And by the way, we apologize to anybody on game time. A bit of an audio issue there, so you may be not getting too much of Andy tonight. Sorry about that. For once, I can say it's not our fault. The radio's good. Well, no, I would never say that. All right, some big games tonight. Spring Grove at Red Lion. The Lions got their first league win last Friday. As you mentioned, Spring Grove wins tonight. Northeastern wins tonight. That's a battle for first place on Friday.
I mean, Spring Grove is just that good, and I'm not sure Red Line's got an answer even if they play 6 times.
Right. All right, Dallas down at New Oxford. That's a big one also. The Wildcats 6-4 in the league, tied with Central for the final playoff spot from D1. 11-5 overall. They're the 9th seed in the districts right now. New Oxford's played tough. They're 9-8. That's one the Wildcats need to get on the road tonight.
Well, they're very disciplined, Dallas down, but you're right. This is the time of year you've got to kind of focus on everything, and they need every win they can get. New Oxford's a tough place to play. I don't know about that.
All right. Dover's at Susquehannock. The Warriors playing better of late. They're 4-5 in the league, so they're really not completely out of the playoff picture yet. Dover's 11-5. They're 7-2 right now. They are in first place and do a half game up on Eastern.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know how he's doing it up there with 6 guys, but that's what they play, 6 men.
Yeah.
You can get into his bench and get him in some foul trouble. Tell you what, I'm going to pick that one out.
All right, down at the Rock. All right. Suburban at West York. The Bulldogs, they're 6-11 overall, but they're 4-5 in the league. If Kennerdale plays Eastern tonight, Kennerdale loses that. They go to 5-4. West York gets this win. They're only a half game out of that 3rd spot and a potential opening into the league playoffs.
You would hope that West York have a better game than last time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the home dog.
All right, and York Catholic at Hanover. The Irish 16-1 overall, 10-0, first place in the district. Hanover's 10-7 though, and 5-5 in the league.
They can be tough up there, but I like the Irish tonight.
All right, that's our look around the league from Cookman Kunkel. It's Central York High tonight. Take a break and back with our Broadway Transmission starting lineups after this.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
what? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
High school sports on WOIK are brought to you in part by the Prince Athletic Association, a York area nonprofit men's club that promotes worthy charitable enterprises, good sportsmanship, and civic improvements in the community. Prince Athletic Association, 600 South Richland Avenue in York.
Since 1964, York Area Sports Night has been an honored tradition, giving local sports fans, young and old, the chance to meet their sports heroes. Join us Thursday, February 9th for the 53rd Annual York Area Sports Night at Heritage Hills Golf Resort and Conference Center, with the reception from 4 to 6 p.m. Sponsored by Shipley Energy, Gladfelder Insurance, M&T Bank, S&H Express, McConkey & Company Insurance, the York Revolution, and Sports Radio 1350. Join our great local partners and a host of others with 2017 sponsorships still available. Visit YorkSportsNight.com. Guests at this year's event include recent Hall of Fame inductees Bruce Suter and John Randall, York Revolution manager Mark Mays, pitcher Frank Gailey, members of Penn State Nittany Lion Big Ten Championship team, former Penn State greats Shane Conlon and Derek Williams, and former Red Lion and Maryland Terrapin Andrew Zeller. Get your tickets today. A portion of proceeds funds Shipley Award scholarships for York area student athletes. Visit YorkSportsNight.com. York Area Sports Night, a York tradition since 1964.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Back Central, Ron Room and Andy Bria here on the Penn State Pregame Show. Time now for our starting lineups, courtesy of Broadway Trans. First of all, the York High Bears.
All right, coach by Clovis Allen. Number 0, 6'6" senior forward, Jaden Intermente. Number 2, at 5'9" senior guard, Jacques Cassiano. Number 1, a 6' junior guard, Tyree Jenneret. Number 20, he's 6'2", a sophomore forward, Marquez McLean. And number 5, a 6'2" senior guard, Jeremiah McCarter.
All right, and Cassiano leads him in scoring at 15 a game. Intermendi at 12 a contest. He also averages 6.5 rebounds, does the six-figure Jaden Intermendi. Bearcats put up 68 a game, give up 66. The Bearcats, or the Panthers of Central High.
All right, coached by Kevin Sheeler. Number 1, he's a 6'2" senior guard at supporting back. Number 2, a 6'2" junior guard, Darren Markey. Number 32, a 6'2" senior forward, Evan Zulata. Number 31, he's 6'1" senior forward, Nico Shobastanovic. And number 3, a 6' sophomore guard, Paige.
And Bats leads him in scoring 12.5 a game. Markey 11.5. Those two have almost 53 pointers between them. And the Panthers put up 60 a game, give up 54. They're 11-7 and 4. The Bearcats are 6-10 and 4-6. And on December 23rd, Central won downtown 74-66. All right, we're ready for the WellSpan opening tip of the Maple Donuts first half after this. This is the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Once a year, a treat so good, Tuesday, February 28th, get your Fosnots made the old-fashioned way by Maple Donuts. Wonderful good, just like Grandma used to make. So hurry up once now, because we're just making a limited batch. Then you won't be left out when them Fosnots get all. Come on now, once Tuesday, February 28th, why Maple Donuts and get your Fosnots. Oh, and P.S., they're available now through Tuesday at any Maple Donuts location. Pick up a box for your friends and family too, you hear? Maple Donuts, why they taste right now.
Maple Donuts taste right. Give the gift of relaxation with a gift card from Serenity Spa and Salon at Heritage Hills, the perfect place to unwind after the holidays. York's largest full-service spa and salon, Serenity Spa offers a wide variety of traditional spa services, including massages and facials, a full range of body treatments complete with a delectable scent of your choice, or create your very own package. Gift cards can be purchased at the salon located at 2700 Mount Rose Avenue or by going to serenityspayork.com.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
High school sports on WOIK are brought to you in part by the Republican Club of Hanover, a private social club oriented towards a relaxing atmosphere for our members and guests, and giving very generously to the community organizations that promote the advancement of our community. The Republican Club of Hanover, 255 West Chestnut Street, Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Alrighty, we are back, and just moments away from the Wellspan opening tip. Just want to talk a little bit about the playoffs, Andy, if they started today, which they don't, but we like to say that because, it's what people that broadcast do, is if the playoffs started today. And the boys, Northeastern, would play Littlestown. Littlestown actually has that final spot because they have a higher power ranking than Kennerdale at the moment. So that, that would be one matchup. An interesting first-round matchup would be York Catholic and Eastern. So
that's a good baseball game right there. That'd be real good.
Right. And Spring Grove would play DeLone. Got to give the edge to the Grove in that one. And Dover would play either Dallastown or Central. Dallastown and Central are tied right now. So, I would think Dallastown or Central either would probably be favored in that game.
I would think so, based on the fact that, again, I'm going to say it, you keep competing all the way there. Dover only got 6 guys. You got to keep at some point.
Right. And quickly on the girls' side, New Oxford would play Dover. Dover, again, they really rely on 3 players mostly. So, New Oxford having a great year. Catholic and Eastern.
That's the game. That game there is going to be a real baseball.
That'd be Central and DeLone then. Got to give the edge to Central. A good one, but yeah. And then Susquehanna and Dallastown at the moment. Got to give the edge to Susky there. That would set up some interesting second-round matchups. You figure New Oxford against either Catholic or Eastern. Of course, you never know how they play out, but Central and Susquehanna could be a heck of a semifinal girls game. So we'll see. And anyway, that's the way they would set up now. Playoffs start on the 10th of February. We'll have, I believe, a boys doubleheader of the quarters that night. We're not on Saturday because of York College and Bears commitments. Then they'll have the semifinals and the championships the following week. All right, Andy, what are your thoughts on this one tonight?
I'm sitting here trying to figure out the Bearcats. The pressure, I think, is going to be the key to the game. Their pressure, how they bring it, and if it can be successful. And the Panthers, how they handle it. Pressure is designed to make you play the speed you don't want to play at. And I'm not sure you can make that get caught up in that.
Yeah.
They don't. Okay? If the Bearcat pressure doesn't bother Central, it'll be a long game for the Bearcats. That's what they depend on, that pressure.
Right.
The other thing they got to have is intermediates got to stay on the floor.
Right.
And we saw them against the beginning of the season against Spring Grove. If you remember, he picked up them 2 quick ones and basically sat the whole first
That's
half.
right, yep.
That's a big plus right there.
All right, so the Panthers in the hum white with the black numbers and red trim, and York High in the traveling uniforms blue with the white numbers and the orange trim. Jaden Intermeni will jump it against Evan Zulata, and the Bearcats will come toward us in the end zone as we get started. Dave Cancino tosses it, and the second hit goes to Cassiano for York High. And we've got a...
we got a little... I'm
not sure.
Can't tell. It's
Yeah,
man-to-man right
I think
now.
it is man. They look zonish to me too.
Well, I mean, that switch of man-to-man can look zone.
Right, and McLean now gets it back out front here to Jeanneret. Now McLean in the high post turns on Prebula, but gives it back. They go high post to Intermendi at the top of the key, and he backs it out to the center circle. So the Bearcats with a little patience to start things off here. Cassiano with it now. And working against bats, Cassiano gives it up to McLean. Bearcats being very patient. And Cassiano on the left side puts up a 3 over Prebula. It's well short rebound to Courtney Batts. And here comes Central. A steal, though, by Cassiano. And Intermendi able to pick it up, take it to the hoop, and there's a foul on the floor. And the Central foul is going to be on Courtney Batts. So that's his first and the team's first.
That was kind of an ugly sequence right there.
Jeremiah McCarter to inbound. It goes deep into the backcourt to Jeanneret, who almost threw it away, but saved by the Bearcats, and Cassiano has it at the right hash.
A lot of help deep. You're not going to see a better help side defensive team than Central. He hooked him. That's offensive.
Yeah, it was McLean backing down against Courtney Batts. Hooked him with the right arm, and the call quickly made. So that's McLean's first. 6'2 sophomore picks it up, and the Panthers have it. No score, a minute 10 in.
Really, I mean, right in front of the official. You can't do that. He put his hand right on the hip and just moved it.
Batts in the front court now, and I think the Bearcats have a zone. Yeah, boy.
Boy, that's unusual.
I was going to say, when was the last time? There's a 3 by Batts. It will not go.
I don't think Troy Sellers could have spelled something.
No. Rebound by McCarter. And in the front court, the Bearcats have it. McLean on the near baseline, back out front to Jeanneret. And picks up the dribble. McLean now in the post against Batts again. Ooh, could have almost called the hook again. No call. Good defense by Batts, and the rebound is pulled in by Prebula. Cade gets it to Batts in the other corner to Mark. Now back out for the Cade Prebula. Batts top of the key. No score. We played 2 minutes.
And that's unusual.
Yeah, boy. Batts dribbles it to the left side now, looking at this 2-3 Bearcat zone.
You're going to have to try to, there's a lot of length there, like you were saying. You got athletes with length.
Yeah. Top of the key, Batts. Now go on the baseline to Zulata. He skips it back out to Markey for 3 on the right side. Got it. That's the way to move the ball.
And that's exactly the way it's done. They put it on the baseline, and then he went opposite kick for the 3 wide open.
Cassiano back for the Bearcats now. Central up 3-zip. Out front is Intermendi to the free throw line, gives it up McCarter. McCarter driving on Zulata, kicks it in the corner. Here's a 3 for Cassiano. That is off. Rebound fought for inside, and a ball is going to go out of bounds off of the Bearcats, off of Intermendi. I don't know, that was close. Could have hit Intermendi or Batts there, but
I thought it was
Markey diving for it.
I didn't think it was off his foot. I thought it was off the hand.
Oh, okay.
Man, I thought it was the right call.
All right. Panther ball, 5:10 remaining in the first. 3-0 Central on the Markey 3. And Garrett back to Batts. Now high post to Zulata, turns and faces on the zone.
He has to do, and that's what he needs to put in.
Drive down the right side. Batts Intermendi made him change the shot, and the rebound is pulled down by McCarter. McCarter into the front court. He goes down the right side. They're going to call a blocking foul on Nico Sobostanovic. That's his first and the team's second.
They're going to give him 2 shots.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little continuation there, I believe.
Well,
Sobostanovic with the foul?
Yes. And McCarter is 88% at the line, so...
I was looking at that, and I wanted to say to you earlier, you got 2 teams here, 72 and 73% respectively from the line.
And he missed,
of
course.
We have not seen that.
No, we haven't.
I don't really care. We have not seen those kind of percentages anywhere this year. Or last year, I believe.
No, probably for a few years.
Yeah.
And that kind of foul shooting usually wins you some games. But he missed them both. Wow. We are a jinx. And a rebound by Cade Prebula.
If you'd have told me this is going to be 3-0 at this point.
Really? We are 4:44 left in the first period. Markey has another open 3 look off the pass from Prebula. Won't go. Tipped by Sobostanovic. Won't go. Zulata picks it up, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Bearcats' Marquise McLean.
McLean playing well inside right now. When you watch the Bearcats down in the offensive end, you don't see Intermendi down on the low block.
No.
No, guy's 6'6".
Right, yeah.
Even if he doesn't want to be there, I'd put him on a low block and try to get in the basket.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jasir Drayden checks in for York High. 3 by Markey won't go. Long rebound out to Sobostanovic. Ball slapped away, and it is picked up by Jasir Drayden.
Too many quick hands on those defenders.
Drayden drives. They get in the corner now. Drive. Nice move on the baseline by McCarter. Little floater won't go, though. And the rebound by Garrett Markey. Markey, and there's some backward pressure, and Batts has it now and gets it ahead to Markey into the front court.
Markey handled that double team really well.
Ball knocked out of bounds by McCarter. Stays with Central. Panthers leading still 3-0 halfway through this first quarter. And by my count, Central up on the board 7-2. Nice pass on the baseline to Zulatu. Gave a head fake. Still blocked by Intermendi, though.
Well, he could do nothing. He's a little bit far into the backboard.
Intermendi averages 1.5 blocks per game. McLean now feeds it on the baseline to Drayden, who feeds it across to Intermendi, who hits the layup. Nice baseline passing.
Yes, an excellent assist that time. Giving it to Intermendi coming in from the weak side. There was nobody in front of him.
3-2 now, Central up. 3:36 left in the first quarter. The Maple Donuts first half here in the high school basketball game of the week presented by West Penn Sports Medicine. Bearcats playing his own. Nice feed in the paint to Zulata, but his 6-footer won't go, and Intermendi.
Needs to make those, Ron, if they want any chance.
Yeah. And at the other end, Drayden right down the right side. A bit of a circus scoop shot, but it goes. And Jaden has given the York High its first lead at 4-3.
I mean, that was a hook shot with his right hand from about 4 feet.
Another nice feed out front from Batts to Zulata on the baseline, but he has to kick it out. Zulata back to Batts. He's fouled at the free throw line by Jasir Drayden. That'll be his first. And Courtney Batts will go to the line for a couple. He has 59% on the season, and the Panthers trailer right now 4-3, 2:58 left in the first.
It's I think that 2-3 zone is bothering him, and that's what Coach Shealer's got 4 of his players in front of him. That's exactly what he's talking about, how he wants him to attack that zone.
Batts missed, so we're 0-3 at the line, despite the relatively good free throw percentages by these teams. Yeah. Clovis Gallen in for Jeremiah McCarter. Well, they've been getting it to Zulata on the baseline and in the paint, but he hasn't been able to convert. He got a block and missed a 6-foot jumper.
It was too deep the one time, and that's where that length comes into play for York High. That and that athleticism that they have.
Batts hits the second. It's 4-4 now, and the Bearcats are in the front court. McLean, Cassiano top of the key against Probula, feeds it out now to Gallen. Gallen dribbling on the left side and gives it up to Intermendi. Again, the big guy way out front. Now he cuts down to the low post.
And see, we got to give him the ball.
Yeah.
He had Probula pinned.
Yeah. They are working in the corner to Drayden, who drives baseline, feeds it out to Intermendi in the corner. And he goes to high post to Glovis Gallen, who turns around. His 15-footer rattles out, and the rebound to Markey. Markey gets it in the front court to Batts. Batts the free throw line, gets Brula left side for 3. That is short, and the long rebound's out to Cassiano, who will push it. No, he took it down and knocked out of bounds by Markey. And they say he just lost it, and I think that was a good call. Cassiano just lost control as he went up for the shot.
I think you're right.
So it remains 4 apiece, 2:14 left in the first. Carter Lukabal in, and also Tommy O'Neill for Central.
Tommy O'Neill can get it done down low. So it'll put Sobostanovic against his 2-3 right at the foul line, and O'Neill back.
O'Neill, a 6'3 senior. Lukabal with Batts out front, and Probula at the other side, right at the arc. Now back to Lukabal. Batts a deep 3 from the left side. It is good.
He was 3 feet beyond the arc.
Yep. It is his 21st of the year, and the Panthers lead at 7-4. $1:50 left in the first quarter. Intermendi out front to Keys McLean. Tried to get it to Drayden along the free throw line. Now in some trouble in the corner was Messiah Anderson, who was checked in, and we have a timeout by the Bearcats. I believe we do.
Yes.
1:40 left. 1:40 left in the first. Central 7, York High 4 in the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York. First in sports.
And we're back here at Central. It's 7-4 Panthers. 1:40 left in the first quarter, and Bearcat basketball on the Central bench in their front court. Low scoring affair so far. And
they haven't got it. It strikes me as funny that Bearcats not trying to get this ball inside now.
Yeah, absolutely, with 6'6" senior Intermendi, but now he has it again out beyond the three-point line. Gives it up to McLean, left side now. Anderson, who drives this line, takes it hard to the hoop, and it's blocked by Sobastanovic. And out of there with it comes Carter Lukabaugh. Whoa, we have a held ball out front, and the alternate possession is going to keep it with Central.
Good job, good hustle by both kids that time.
And good defense inside by Sobastanovic, who got up high for the block. So Central ball up 3.
It looked like that time they wanted to get Intermedia on the block, but then he drove and there was just nowhere to go.
Lukabaugh in the front court. Oh, they had Sobastanovic right in the middle of the lane. Didn't get it to him. Lukabaugh down low, no, but Bats with a follow, and the stick back is good.
And Bats now with 6 of their 9, and playing real well.
And Drayden drives hard at the other end, doesn't get the layup to fall. Rebound by O'Neal. Now he goes to the floor and lost it, and York High able to come out of there with it.
Intermendi able to scoop it up off the floor.
Clean to the free throw line. He gives it back to Drayden. Now over to Allen on the left side. Beyond the arc. Needs help. Goes back out to Drayden center circle. McLean left side at the three-point line. That's on him.
There's no room inside right now for York High.
Intermendi at the center circle. We have 34 seconds left in the first quarter clock. It's 9-4 Central. Drayden 3 from the left side. It's good off a pass from Intermendi.
That'll get it done.
Yep.
He's got 5 of their 7.
Just his second 3 of the year, and it's 9-7 now, and Central will probably work for the final shot. 16 on the clock. Lukabaugh to the right side. McLean on him. Carter on the dribble. Now pulls it back. Clock, and now he gives it Bats. Bats with Clovis Gallen on him. Now switching, Intermendi picks him up. Gets it over to Prabula, who drives. Nice feed inside to Sobastanovic, who hits the layup at the buzzer.
Nice job that time.
And Prabula's feed, the bucket by Sobastanovic after 1 is Central 11, York High 7. Second quarter comes your way next on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal will take up to an additional 10% off their already low rates. Donegal, a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And after one tonight at Central, the Panthers leading York High 11-7. Not the game we expected, maybe, Andy, but Central with a couple of nice offensive plays down the stretch there.
Well, really, and did a nice job right there, driving in, pulling the defense to him. So Sobastanovic wide open on the baseline, but that zone from York High has not only slowed down the Panthers a little bit, but it's actually slowed York High down. So, I mean, you get in that zone, you kind of get, you got to get to see. I'm going to see if he doesn't come out now man-to-man, down 4 here to start the second quarter.
Seth McLaughlin is checked in for Central, so Kevin Sheila, again, 8 guys in the game early on. And McLean drives down the right side against Carter. Lukabaugh can't get the roll, but the offensive stick back and a good hard rebound by Messiah Anderson, the 6'2 senior, and it's 11-9 Panthers.
Yeah, bounced it off one of the Panthers' jaws.
Yeah. Bats out front now to Lukabaugh. Back to Bats. He just hit a 3 from there. He puts up another one. That one's a little long. Rebound inside is batted around, and O'Neal able to come down with it. for Central. Gets it over to McLaughlin, whose shot won't go. Long rebound to Cassiano, and he pushes it. Jaquez crashed into Lukaba.
Yeah.
Offensive foul. Lukaba stood right in there.
I mean, at that point, Jaquez needed to kick that back out.
First on him, third on the team, so the Panthers get it back. Still up by a deuce with 7:19 left in the second.
And those are the little things. He had the break. He had a guy in the get the ball off him.
Into the front, right into the front court now. The Panther right side. It's Lukaba to bats against the 2-3 zone. So the Bearcats staying in the zone.
They are. And really, until they feel that the Panthers have really solved them, and they haven't yet.
Bats in the right corner now to Lukaba. Back to bats down the baseline is Zulata, who's double teamed. Goes out to Lukaba, swings it to McLaughlin. Left side, no shot. Skip pass all the way over to Bats, who drives baseline around Gallon, but a lot of blue shirts there. Tried to feed it into Zulata, but the steal is picked up by Gallon. Gallon takes it down the left side, blocked in there by McLaughlin.
And saved.
Yes, and here come the Panthers. Lukaba Bats down the left side. That's a call. Oh, they are. That was close. A blocking foul on Jazir Drayden. So
I thought he was sliding in.
Okay. It was close. The bucket by Bats is good.
Because I was ready to lose my mind if they would have called that a charge.
And the foul's on Jazir Drayden, his second. So off the feed from Lukaba, Courtney Bats with the driving layup on the left side. He has 8. And we'll go to the line and see if he can get his 9th point. It's 13. Excuse me. Sorry, I got a frog here all of a sudden. 13-9. The Panthers are up, and Landon Ray will check in for Courtney Bats if he makes it. Jeremiah McCarter in for Marquise McLean for York High.
There has been one made free throw.
There has, and Bats made it. All right, the 6'2 senior, the leading scorer for the Panthers at 12.5 a contest, and he hits it. He has 9 in the early going. So Ray and also Kyrie Jenrette back in for Jazir Drayden for the Bearcats.
Jenrette. Got some good genes there.
Yeah, no kidding. McCarter brings it up, gets some pressure from McLaughlin into the front court now. Get it up top to Jenrette around a couple of screens, but the Panthers switch and get through it. Now drive and feed on the baseline to McCarter, who draws the foul. And that's going to be on McLaughlin. Kind of bailed him a little bit. He was almost behind the backboard that time, but foul on, they called on O'Neal. Okay, Tommy O'Neal with his first foul, and on the line, Jeremiah McCarter, 0-2 tonight. And he's 0-3, and he came in at 88%. The 6'2 senior was 28 of 32.
Man, he needs this one, or it's going to be his head.
Yeah. Wow. And he got it. All right, bottom of the net, so he's 1 of 4. It's 14-10.
Courtney Bats just left the gym.
Oh.
I don't know if he's got a cramp or what.
Oh. He has 9 points to lead him, and two rebounds as well. And so in the front court, Central now, Landon Ray. They swing it left side of McLaughlin and back out to Carter Lukaba. And left side of McLaughlin fakes the 3, drives, gets it back to Lukaba, and they swing it to Ray. Ray drives in the corner now. Baseline, Zulata backing in. He's double, goes back out to Ray for 3. No good. Rebound by McLaughlin inside. Reverse layup won't go. And the ball's on the floor, and out of there with it comes Kyrie Jenrette. Gets it to Cassiano, drives right side, kind of threw it up wobbly, and it doesn't go. And Carter Lukaba with the rebound. Gets it off to Landon Ray. Ray now McLaughlin sets for 3 on the left side and hits it.
That's the way to beat it.
For McLaughlin, his 6th 3 of the year, and it's 17-10. The Panthers lead with 5:15 left in the first half.
And that's the way you beat that zone. Don't let it set up. He just buried it.
McLean with it, or Gallon rather, on the left side. Drives and gives it up to Jenrette. Back to Cassiano, top of the key, drives around. Zulata took it to the hoop. He knew he had the advantage there, and he took it right to the hoop, did Jaquez Cassiano.
And what happens is that Cassiano? I thought that was Jenrette. I'm sorry.
I think it was Cassiano.
Okay.
I believe. Ray feeds it on the baseline to Zulata, back to Ray. Now to Lukaba. McLaughlin, and they go right side to Ray.
See, they pretty much closed him down right here. And they're passing it around the outside. Really not the way to get a shot against this zone.
All right. Landon Ray on the right side now, and to Lukaba. O'Neal's at the top of the key now or in the post, and they get him to Zulata. But aside to McLaughlin, another three, and that one does not go. Zulata inside has the rebound, puts it back up and in.
And that time Zulata worked hard to get those. That's his first bucket of the game. And he worked hard in there against two Bearcats.
So we're halfway through the second quarter. It's 19-12. Central leads it. In the far corner is McCarter now to Messiah Anderson, who's in there at the high post, gives it back to McCarter. McCarter changes direction and crashes into Tommy O'Neill, and blocking foul is going to be called, I think, on the 6'3 senior.
Yep, on the floor.
So that's 2 on him. And some substitutions, Garrett Markey and Soba Stanovich for Central. Intermendi, Gallon, and Jaden Handy for York High. Handy making his first appearance. He's a 5'11 senior. McCarter to inbound and under the Bearcat hoop. Has to go deep to Handy, who gets it left side to Cassiano, who puts up a deep three over Zulata. Too strong, but Intermendi, they're going to call him over the back on the rebound that time.
Box out that time by Central.
So that's the first on Jaden Intermendi. And the Panthers will have it up 7 with 3:48 left before halftime.
When Jarquez got that knifing layup down the lane, he took it from the center of the court. There's no help defense if you allow the ball to sit in the center.
And the Panthers still working against this zone now. Out front, Luka Ray. And Soba Stanovich on the baseline, and he's in some trouble. He gets it to Carter Lukabaugh in the paint, but he traveled in there among big guys. And it turns it back to York High.
They're going to have to try to get in the back with the dribble. The zone is designed to defend the pass, and that's all Central's doing right now, just passing around the perimeter.
Handy brings it up at half court by Landon Ray, gives it up to McCarter. McCarter to Intermendi, who drives from the left side and gives it to Handy in the corner. And he brings it back out to Gallon. Gallon now puts up a deep three from the left side. Wait, they airballed it. And it's saved, a good hustle that time by Jaden Handy, who saves it for York High. And McCarter gets it back to Handy for three on the right side. That won't go. McCarter, offensive board, puts it back up and in.
McCarter working hard that time in the lane. He's got 3 in this quarter, but he was working hard that time to get that ball back up there.
Leads the Bearcats with 3 rebounds as well, and Central back now to attack the zone. Right side is Markey. There's a nice feed in the paint to Soba Stanovich, who hits Zulata, cutting along the baseline for the layup.
And that time they did exactly what they was doing. They went wing, right to the high post, and then baseline.
And that makes it 21-14. The Panther lead back to 7. Intermendi drives into the paint against Soba Stanovich. Can't get the 8-footer to go. Rebound by Carter Lukabaugh. And throws it off of Intermendi's leg. And it will stay with the Panthers. And
16 left, 21-14. Not what I was expecting score-wise.
Cade Brabula, Courtney Batts back in for Central. So whatever Courtney's issue was, apparently taken care of.
I think he was just cramped up.
And gets it into the front court to Ray. Back to Batts, right side for Beulah.
I still don't think he's moving well.
No, I agree. Goes to the right side. Skips it over to Markey for a deep three. Nope. And uncontested rebound for Cassiano, his third. And the 5'9 senior in the front court crosses over with the left hand. Beulah knocks it away. Out of bounds off of Cassiano.
And again, too much dribbling by York High. That's what gets you in trouble there. You got guys that pass the ball to, athletes. Get them the ball.
Markey will inbound it to Batts. Gets it into the 6'2 senior. Panther lead at 7. 1:50 left in the half. Markey on the left side and feeds it to high post. Zulata on the baseline to Soba Stanovich, who hits the layup.
That was just pretty. Little. Now you don't pass from Zulata.
And bounce pass. Nice one. And 3 by McCarter outside is good.
Got to put a hand up and get a hand in these guys' face. They'll bury that one.
Yep. Panthers back now leading by 6, 23-17. And there's a steal. Steal out of that trap. Cassiano to the bucket. And it's a 4-point game.
And that's what they can do, too. So quickly, the Bearcats. They jump trapped in that time. And that's what caused that turnover.
Batts has it now. His jumper from the 14-foot mark won't go. Rattled out. Rebound by McCarter. His 4th. Here come the Bearcats.
Running.
Crosses over. Batts with a steal, though. And Courtney Batts comes out of it. Gets to Zulata, but picked up by Intermendi. And they feed it to McCarter. Cutting down the lane. Count the basket and the foul off the feed by Marquise McLean.
And that time, Carter just on it. They had the steal. He gets the basket. He's going to get one. It's a nice possession that time by Bearcats.
So Jeremiah McCarter having a big first half, and then fouls on Sobostanovic. That's 2 on him for Central. And McCarter's free throw, no. Rebound by Evan Zulata.
So that 7-point lead they had just went away.
Yes, it did.
In a hurry.
And Central needs a bucket here all of a sudden. And Sobostanovic threw it away. Threw it for Pabula. Kind of a skip pass from the right outside to the left baseline and too high. And Sobostanovic will sit with the 2 fouls, and Braden Richards checks in.
No, he had Zulata on the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him the basket against his hand.
Well, Jaden Handy brings it up, and York High with 35 seconds left can shoot for a tie or the lead, kind of amazingly, as Central really led this thing all half.
Actually outplayed him, even though they had not solved that zone.
Cassiano crosses over against Pabula, crosses behind the back, feeds to McLean down the lane, who hits the layup, and we are tied.
McLean that time, Cassiano, 2 of them.
Central now with a chance for the final shot. Richard with it in the corner, needs some help, drives baseline, takes it up, blocked inside, I think, from behind by McLean. The Bearcats get it, heave at the buzzer by Cassiano, no. But we go to break tied, 23 apiece, as the Bearcats make a late charge to get this one knotted as we head to the Flying Feet halftime show. So we have a good one, folks. 23 apiece, Central and York High, and our halftime show comes your way next on the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Ready or not, winter driving is on its way. So allow the service professionals at Fink's Garage to check your vehicle to make sure it's ready for the weather that's sure to be coming. We can check your tires, coolant, belts and hoses, battery, and other maintenance needs so that you can be confident about your car for winter. Call Fink's Garage at 717-854-5175. That's 854-5175 to schedule your winter checkup. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
So we have reached the Flying Feet halftime show here at Central, and we're tied. York High and Central 23 apiece. Central led 11-7 after one, and had a 7-point lead a couple of times in the second quarter, but a couple of turnovers and late charge by the Bearcats.
And they did really well, the Bearcats, getting in the lane, like take their speed. And what's happening is there's no help defense when, like I said, when the ball's in the center of the court. And a couple of those layups, Cassiano, right down the center of the lane. There's just no help there. Can't stop that.
No. So the Bearcats with a late charge have tied it here on the Flying Feet halftime show. We are going to take a break. Come back. We'll have the halftime stats courtesy of our friends at Fink's Garage. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Penn State York is a great place to start your Penn State education close to home. Penn State York offers 10 baccalaureate degrees, 8 baccalaureate minors, 5 2-year associate degrees, and 1 master's degree. The campus also offers the first 2 years of most of Penn State's more than 160 baccalaureate degree majors. But the York campus offers so much more than just academics. You can compete in intercollegiate athletics in 6 sports, 3 for women, 3 for men, as part of the Penn State University Athletic Conference. There are also 24 different clubs on campus, ranging from academic pursuits to photography to live theater to student government. And of course, you can be a part of FAWN to fight pediatric cancer. Whatever your interests, you can pursue them at Penn State York, and you'll have a prestigious Penn State to launch your professional career. Find out more at york.psu.edu. To apply, click on the green Apply Now tab at the top of the homepage. Penn State York. Everything Penn State, right here in York County.
High school sports on WOIK are brought to you in part by Shiloh American Legion Post 791, a veterans organization dedicated to helping veterans and youth of York County. Shiloh American Legion Post 791, located at 1490 Poplars Road in York.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
Alrighty, we're back at Central. Ron and Andy with you. Glad you're with us tonight. We have a good one, 23 apiece, Central and York High at the half. And heard from our old buddy Troy Sowers this morning. Wished us well tonight. And still miss Troy. He said he misses us. And, of course, the Bearcat coach for a decade, 10 years. What success, Andy. 4 league titles, 3 district championships, and the old setup, the Quad A. You know, when you won a District 3 Quad A boys basketball title,
absolutely.
like they used to say in those old E.F. Hutton commercials, you earned it.
You earned it. Absolutely. I miss him. I think what he did for the York High program was nothing short of astounding. I mean, not only with X's and O's, and I've said it here, but with all the other stuff that he's done. And I miss having him out there, and I'm sure they miss him too.
Yep, absolutely. And you're right. They owe him more than I think most folks will realize.
Right.
All right, our halftime stats from Pink's Garage here. Let's get the Bearcats off and rolling here.
All right, here we go. Jaden Intermenti, 1 field goal, 2 points, which to me is strange. Jaquez Casiano, 2 field goals, 4 points. Marquez McClain, 1 field goal, 2 points. Jeremiah Carter, he has 2 short field goals, 1 3. He was 1 of 4 though from the line. He has 8 points to lead all Bearcats. Jazir Drayden off the bench has 1 long, 1 short field goal for 5, and Messiah Anderson, 1 short field goal for 2 points. They had a 7-point first quarter and a 16-point second quarter.
All right, and for the Bearcats, McCarter leads them with 4 rebounds. Casiano has 3. Jaquez also a couple of steals for York High. All right, the Panthers in control. All
right, Courtney Batts, 2 for 3 from the line, 1 3, 2 short field goals. He leads all scores. With 9 points. Eric Markey, 1 early in the first quarter. He has 3 points. Evan Zulada, 2 field goals, 4 points. Nico Sobastanovic, 2 field goals, 4 points. And Seth McLaughlin, 1 3 for 3 points. They were consistently 11 in the first quarter, 12 in the second quarter. But that zone bothered them. It did, and 3 rebounds by Zulada to lead him. Evan also with a couple of assists, as does Carter Lucabaugh. By my count, in the first half, Central out rebounding York High 15-11, and Kevin Sheeler that was the key for them. But they're tied up there right now, and I'll tell you what, this whole halftime he's spent in there trying to figure out how he's going to crack that zone.
Absolutely. And again, my count unofficial, of course, but I have Central with 7 assists in that first half and York High with 4. So good ball moving by the Panthers. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, and get you ready for the second half. Check on the scores we have as well on our York Edition Bank Scoreboard show next on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission will get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Back in Central, Ron Ruman, Andy Bria here. We're tied at 23 in the Panthers and the Bearcats. Is our York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard. Ben Ferree reports from New Oxford. Dallastown leading the Colonials 28-22 at the half. That's a win. Yep. Josh Layton reports from Susquehanna Dover with a 24-17 lead over the Warriors at the half. And Anton Johnson in West York tells us the Bulldogs lead the Trojans 21-15 at the half. And we also see that Eastern leading Kennerdale 25-20 at the half. The Rams are tough. I'll tell you what, they're going to play. That's a good contest. And that's, I think, what we have on the board. Well, Littlestown leading Fairfield 27-22, and Littlestown right now hanging on to that final league playoff spot. On the girls' side, what we see here, we don't have a lot there, but we see that Dallastown leads New Oxford 32-27 at the half. That'd be a little bit of an upset. And in the second quarter, Hannock leading Dover 22-11. So that's our York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard. We'll pass along some other scores as we get them. Right now, take a final break. Come back, and Andy will get us in half tied, 23 apiece, the Bearcats and the Panthers.
My name is Lou Laviton. I own a company called Sparkle Wash. We're a professional mobile pressure washing company, and I've been a customer of York Traditions for 5 years. We have fuel cards, we have a credit card, checking of small business loans, and the credit card deposit account, and it's real easy to keep everything together on the online system. Small business owners have to be realistic. There are bumps in the road, cash flow, purchasing of equipment, and what's been really interesting with York Traditions is you call them in good times, that's always great, you do your reviews, but what's best is when you call them when things are rough and you need help, because these guys also serve as good advisors for small business, and you're not judged, it's simply working together for a good solution. But when things are tough is where a bank will shine. It really is about building the relationship, and this is what York Traditions does. Small business has to appreciate that.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Second half, all right, Andy, it's tied. It's one of these teams need to do to get out of here with the big W.
Well, the Bearcats just stay in that zone and then until Central figures it out. On the Central side of it, they need to attack that zone with the dribble, maybe even set a couple of screens out front, trying to get somebody loose, and try to get the ball down low to Zulato and Silvestani.
Courtney Batts starts with it for Central as they attack the basket nearest to us. We're in the end zone again, thanks to Marty Shermer and staff for gets it up here for us to call the game for you.
He's still in the zone.
And Batts out front, left side Markey thought about a three, batted away from behind by McLean and picked up by Intermendi, and then stole back by Prebula, who hits the layup.
And again, good hustle that time by Prebula to get that. But again, they attacked it with the dribble that time, but it was tapped from behind.
25-23 now. Panthers reclaim the lead and get the Intermendi on the baseline. Drives up against Sobostinovic and Zulata. Left it short, and Evan Zulata with his fourth rebound.
That's the first time they got it to Intermendi on the block the entire game.
Prebula in the front court, picked up by McCarter. Crosses over in the paint, pulls up from 12 and hits it. So Prebula with a couple buckets to start the second half.
Cade Prebula that time before the zone got to set up, and that's the way it beat it.
And at the other end, the Bearcats, McCarter, kind of easy pass, but Cassiano has it. Now they go low to McLean, who turns on Batts, backs him in, puts it up, and help came from Zulata, who got blocked, and here come the Panthers. Batts over to Prebula, back to Batts, left side Markey. He takes it to the free throw line, back to Batts, puts up the three, that's strong. Rebound, McCarter with a good strong rebound for the Bearcats, his fifth.
Took away from Sobostanovic that time.
And McCarter with it now gets back to Cassiano. And he drives in the paint and gets it to go. Nice drive by Cassiano, who has 27-25 the Panthers.
Again, key and no help there.
Back with it now, Central, Prebula, Sobostanovic at the elbow.
A lot of movement now by Central through the zone.
They get it. Oh, the nice high post pass by down to Zulata. Missed it inside though. Intermendi with the rebound.
But that's where they want to get it. I mean, he was 4 feet from the basket.
Yep.
He's got to make that shot.
Yes, he does. That was a nice pass that time by Markey. McLean now, and he traveled and started to move. So unforced error there, and the Panthers get it back. Still up 2. And Tony Nello reports from Redline. Spring Grove 22-18 over the Lions at the break. And Redline won 2 in a row now. They won over the weekend as well.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, indeed.
That'd be a major.
That was Stanovich on the right side for the Panthers. They swing it now to Markey and back to Courtney Batts, who I think Courtney still doesn't look completely right. On the baseline to Markey, out to Zulata for a 3. Nope, a little bit off inside. Rebound taken away by Prebula. Good hard rebound there. Gets it to Markey for 3. He missed it. Offensive rebound by Courtney Batts. And they'll get another shot at it here now. And the ball's taken away by Intermendi. Went off of Batts' foot out of bounds. That should be Bearcat ball.
Wow.
And a wild action there.
Yeah. Kevin Shearer not happy. And he shouldn't be.
And Cade Burdett reports from Hanover that the Irish of York Catholic leading the Knights 37-29 at the break. The Irish are going to go 17-1 on the year. Intermendi drives from the left side, pulls it back. Bats on him out there now. I think you got your 6'6" guy on the break.
And that's, we've been watching that all year.
Yeah.
I mean,
here's a 3 on the right side, but too strong by Cassiano, and another rebound by Prebula, his fourth. Cade pushes it, gets it ahead to Silva Stanovich, who runs the floor and gets the bucket.
Too easy. Somebody fell down or something because Silva Stanovich is out in front.
Carter drives, and there's a blocking foul. I think that's going to be on Prebula in the lane. It is. Yes. First foul. I was going to say that was the Pittsburgh Steelers' zone defense there, but I wouldn't say that.
You just can't play it against them, that's all.
Get it in deep to Cassiano, who drives and kicks it to Intermendi in the corner, fakes the 3, drives baseline back out to Cassiano. He'll shoot the tray and hit it.
And he can hit that shot. He's got 5, all 5 of their points in this quarter.
Yeah, that was a nice pass by Intermendi. So the Bearcats are down 1, 29-28. 4:15 left in the third. Zulata dribbles to the center of the court, gives it up to Markey. Markey now to Prebula and Batts on the left side, right in front of Kevin Sheeler.
See, Zulata should touch the ball right there. I don't understand.
Here's steal out front. And there's a foul then as Chanarette tried to get the steal, and he reached in and gets Prebula. Tyrese first.
You know, Zulata are pinned on his back, 4 foot from the basket on the lane line. Give him the basketball.
Markey now to Sobostanovich, left side, drives on McLean to the baseline, kicks it in the corner to Prebula, who catches the high pass, shoots a 3, no, and Marquise McLean clears the board for the Bearcats, and McCarter didn't catch the pass, tried to save it, but couldn't do it.
Central ball. Good hustle, but he just couldn't get there.
3:44 left in the third. Panthers by a point, 29-28. We were tied at the half at 23. Several good games around the league tonight. We'll keep posted, and don't forget our interns will have reports on the air online tomorrow. And here's a 3 by Batts on the right side. It's good.
He knew it when he left his hand. I was just about to say they're doing a little more screen in the first half against this zone to get people open, and that's how they got Batts open.
McCarter now back, gives up to Chanarette, who drives and puts the scoop shot up, left it a little short. Intermendi picks it up. He misses it, but his tip goes. So a couple of offensive rebounds for Jaden Intermendi, and he puts it back in, and it's 32-30 Panthers.
Yeah, you got to clear him out of there because it's 6'6", and it's too easy.
Batts is back now for the Panthers in the corner. Prebula drives baseline, or Markey, feeds it for Batts inside, and it's going to be a held ball with Chanarette, and it'll go to the Bearcats.
Yeah, he tried to get in there, but you're right. He's not right. It looks like he's favoring the left leg.
Yeah, the left looks like a quad almost, or a hamstring.
Yeah.
He's holding it going down the court. Desir Drayden checks in for the Bearcats for McLean. On the right side now, Chanarette knocked out of bounds by Sobostanovich, so we'll stay with York High.
See, they put the ball on the wing. They don't get good looks. When that ball's in the center of the floor, that's when they kind of own the central man-to-man.
Tommy O'Neill going to check in now. Dave Cancino over there checking something on the scoreboard. O'Neill and Lukabaugh going to check in for Central. And Dave Cancino talking about something, I'm not sure what. And the subs come in, and Batts is going to stay out there. So will Stanovich, and Verbula will sit down.
Well, whatever's happening with Batts, he's going to play through it, but he is definitely favoring his left leg.
2:53 left in the third, 32-30 Central. We have a good one. Glad you're with us tonight on 1350 and Game Time. And Shazier Drayden brings it up against
right
Lukabaugh,
down the middle.
crosses over, takes it down lane, reach-in foul on Courtney Batts, I believe. We'll see what the call is. No, it's on Lukabaugh for the block. So on Carter, that's his first.
But like I said, I mean, Drayden, you saw him in the jump circle. He was going right down the center of the lane.
McCarter gets it into Cassiano, who put it in the corner to McCarter for three, too strong, and the rebound by Garrett Markey.
Not a good-looking shot.
Markey in the front court, Lukabaugh on the baseline. O'Neill, oh yeah, it's open for three. And
there's Zulata.
Yeah, they fed it to him, but over the back comes Cassiano.
That's two on him.
That's what they wanted. You want him to do, Andy, get it to the big guy there in the paint.
The problem is to give it to him late. It was there right away. Just give it to him. Before Cassiano had it, and plus it's got Cassiano on his back, so it's a mismatch in size.
Messiah Anderson and Clovis Gallen check in for the Bearcats as Intermendi and McCarter sit down. Lukabaugh inbound for the Panthers, gets it into Markey off a screen for three. No. Oh, yes, it went. I was going to fall off.
Yeah, well, it came kind of spun the right way.
Yeah. So his second three of the game, and it's a 35-30 Panther lead. Cassiano for three, a deep one it goes.
Cassiano says, take that. That's my second in this quarter. He's got 8 in the third quarter.
33 threes on the year for Jacques, and it's 35-33. The Bearcats claw within 2. Batts center circle, gives it up to Lukabaugh, right side Markey. Back to Lukabaugh, back to Markey on the right side. And they got Zulata in the high post. Now they hit him. Double team comes. He gets it out to Markey for three. Yes!
Yeah. And that was the ball movement. Much better ball movement in this half by the Panthers against that zone.
Drayden back for the Bearcats left side now. Jeanneret drives down the left side to the hoop. And little runner won't go. Batts got the rebound, was fouled.
That's 3 on Cassiano if that's on him. And I think it is. No?
I think, no. It didn't look like it.
11?
There's no, is it? Yeah, Anderson is out there. Messiah Anderson picks up his first. So it's Panther ball, and McLean checks in for Messiah Anderson for York High.
Okay, we're matching up. We're going man-to-man. Here we go.
Oh, this is the first time this game
has
gone man.
Yep.
So Lukabaugh out of Markey. See how Central responds. Markey to the top of the key. They get it to Zulata in the paint. He kicked it back for Lukabaugh. Now he had Jeanneret on him at 5'9".
He had Jeanneret
6
on
feet.
He had Jeanneret on him, but he had Cassiano coming at him, but he still was able to turn. He should have turned. He wanted to get it out.
Drayden in the front court for the Bearcats. Right side, Jeanneret. We have 1:15 left in the third. Panthers by 5. They get it on the low post, pushed out of there. McLean skips it way out to Cassiano on the left side, puts up an NBA 3 and hits it.
That's back to back. That's 3 of them.
Yep. And it's 38-36. 1 minute left in the third. Bearcats not going away. Lukabaugh drives to the right side, into the corner, picked up by Gallen, pulls it back out, needs some help. Goes low post, there's Zulata, spins inside, left-hand shot is good, nice move.
Zulata that time using the back of the rim to protect from getting blocked with the left hand, nicely done.
40-36 now, Panthers by 4, 35 left in the period, see if the Bearcats hold it for 1. Drayden to the left side, Lukabaugh on him, back now to Jeanneret. Kyrie dribbles to the right side. You're right in front of their coach, Clovis Gallen. Now Shazier Drayden at center court, clock down at 22.
I don't know, but I think I'd run Cassiano about 18 screens
really?
To that wing, about 17 feet behind the arc, and let him fire one up.
Clock down to 12 now. Drayden dribbling near center court, now 10. Now they begin to play. Drayden to the right side. Here's Cassiano. They're looking for him, though. They try to go inside. McLean batted out of bounds by the Panthers, so Bearcats have 4.5 seconds to get a shot off.
I think Clovis wanted Cassiano to go to the opposite side, which is where he should have went. Went weak side, he came strong side.
And Intermendi, the 6'6 senior, checks in, so they'll see what they can work with. Gallen will inbound it and try to get a lob. And they do, and now they go deep, and it's intercepted by Lukabaugh. Lukabaugh takes it to the hoop, puts it up, and taps the basket and a foul.
And that's just, that's just not smart basketball. You got him and McLean running down the floor, but you got McLean trailing. You just got to give it up there and say, I'm beat. It's the end of the half. No, what's he do? He just hacked him.
0.4 of a second left on the clock.
I mean, that's just not, smart.
Carter Lukabaugh to the line. He's 75% on the year. It's been a tough night at the line for most of the guys this evening, and this one is good. So Lukabaugh completes the three-point play at the end of the period after 3. Central 43, Bearcats 36. Final 8 minutes coming your way next on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with T93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet Rising Crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Morning 9, Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
Today, it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection. From the world's largest car insurer, see me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Hi, this is Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
So a big three-point play at the end of the quarter by Carter Lukenbaugh, and the Panther lead is 7 as we head to the fourth, Andy.
Again, that's not smart. I'm over here trying to figure out what I'm doing. I'm just marking threes for everybody at this point. And Cassiano single-handedly kept him in that quarter. I mean, he doesn't make those 2 threes, and it's a blowout.
Landon Ray in for Central gets it in the front court to Cade Fabula, who's checked back in the quarter to Carter Lukenbaugh.
He had Sobostanovic early.
Drives, kicks it out to Fabula for 3. Nope. Rebound. Good boxing rebound by Jasir Garigi.
Wow.
And the Bearcats in the front court. Cassiano in the corner. 3 over Sobostanovic. Won't go. And Fabula with the unchallenged rebound inside. His 5th for the Panthers.
He wasn't set that time, Cassiano. That's not his spot, that baseline 3.
Carter Lukenbaugh is back for the Panthers. Sobostanovic in the corner. Dribbles it out to the free throw line.
Bearcats with some tough man-to-man defense.
Landon Ray has it out front and Clovis Gallen on him. Ray crosses over the free throw line back to Fabula. With Intermendi on him now. O'Neal, and there's a feed, a cut down the lane, and the layup by Lukenbaugh.
Too easy. Lukenbaugh just came wide open by himself in the middle of the lane.
45-36, biggest lead of the game by the Panthers. It's 9. Intermendi on the right side. He drives against Lukenbaugh. Could have gotten a push-off called twice, actually.
I mean, he's throwing the arm.
Yeah. Back out there to Drayden. And they have a hold down low on Lukenbaugh as he was trying to contain the 6'6 Intermendi on the box. Carter Lukenbaugh at 5'10", so his second foul.
If I'm Kevin, I'm Leia, and he's saying it now. He's working Cassiano or Casino, and his guy's getting killed down there.
McLean on the baseline drive. Sobostanovic comes there for the defense, and McLean threw it away from the double team, trying to pass it across the baseline. Intermendi threw it out of bounds. The Panthers have it.
Okay, here comes the press now. Panthers need to do something here to try to disrupt what's happening with Central. Ever since they went to the man, Central's turned it on.
And then Ray in the backcourt gets to Lukenbaugh in the front court. They go to Sobostanovic, drives down the left side, hangs in the air, draws the foul on Marquise McLean. That's his 3rd. And Nico Sobostanovic will shoot 2. Kevin Sheeler told you in the pregame, Andy, that at the end of their game at William Penn on December 23rd, the press bothered him and got York High back into it.
And that's exactly what happened. And Clovis hasn't gone to it at all night long. Now he's not playing that man. I expect to see it coming here. I'll tell you what, it's 10, 11, yeah. He's going to have to start selling out a little bit.
Sobostanovic hits the first free throw, make it 46-36, 6:27 left.
Again, a big game for the Panthers. They're tied with Doylestown for the final league playoff spot. Sobostanovich hits them both, and they are currently holding on to the 12 seed, the final district playoff spot. Jazir Drayden driving hard at the other end, a block by Prebula. That's 2 on Cade.
And that was, that's created by Drayden just going right at him, and he drew that contact.
14 fouls on the Panthers, 5 on the Bearcats. McCarter inbounds it to Cassiano for 3 on the right side. He hits the deck, no call, and he shot is no good. Rebound by Sobostanovich, and he's fouled by Jazir Drayden, who tried to take it away, and that's 3 on Drayden. And 6 now on the Bearcats. The Panthers will shoot the final 6:19 of this game.
And I'll tell you what, this will be huge right now coming down the stretch. These free throws are going to be huge. And here comes the full court press.
Prebula gets it into O'Neal in the front court, so they got it already across the timeline. O'Neal, well, he's saved by Sobostanovich.
You got to go right at him. You know what I mean? That's exactly what Sobostanovich did there.
Gives it back to Luka Vaughn. He'll pull it out now. Sobostanovich with it near center court. 6 minutes left in the game. Panthers by 11.
He wants 5 out.
And there's Landon Ray cutting down the lane. The ball was blocked by Anderson out of bounds. It will stay with the Panthers.
Wow, a lot of contact. Right now, Kevin Sheeler wants a 5-out motion. So what he's going to do, he's going to put all 5 of his Panthers with the arc all the way around and just pass and cut, pass and cut.
Prebula gets it in to O'Neal at the 3-point line side. Back to center court. Sobostanovich now in the near corner. Ray will put up a 3. No rebound. Good box by Intermendi.
Yes, absolutely.
Drayden, he's driving, takes it to the hoop and left it short. Wanted a foul, no call. Rebound O'Neal. O'Neal gets it head to Sobostanovich, who feeds Prebula, who hits the running lane.
I'll tell you what, that's pretty. That's one long pass to Sobostanovich. Sobostanovich had the presence of mind to turn around and look right at the basket and find Prebula wide open.
That layup makes it 49-36. Timeout, York High. 5:31 left on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedic today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
High school sports on WOIK are brought to you in part by the Vigilant Fire Company Social Club, a social club that makes donations to the improvement of the community. 273 West Market Street in York.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Panthers by 13 with 5:31 left. Couple big girls scores. Susky leading Dover 33-29 in the fourth, and Doylestown up on New Oxford 44-30 in the fourth. That would be a huge win for the Wildcats.
Panthers have not scored in this quarter.
Wow. The Bearcats.
Or the Bearcats, I'm sorry.
Intermendi gives it up now to Cassiano, who had 3 threes in the third, but O'Neal right on him. Cassiano drives in the corner to Intermendi. He drives in the paint, up and under move against Sobostanovich. No, but Intermendi there to tip his own miss in, and it cuts it to 49-38.
You almost can't stop him when he's inside like that.
Yep, and the Panthers get it in the front court against the press now. Luka Bob back to Prebula, who has a lane down the left side, takes it to the hoop, and there's a foul call. They're going to have a foul on Messiah Anderson out front. No, it's on Cassiano.
Yep.
And that's 3. And 2 shots coming here for Cade Prebula, the 6-foot sophomore, not been to the line tonight. He is 81% on the year.
Well, I'll tell you what, these are big free throws. Every one of these shots now are big percent.
Prebula's first one is good, crawled over the front, so the lead now back to 12 at 50-38.
And that's what the good ones do. They make the free throws when you need them.
Gets the ball from the official. Second free throw on the way, and no short rebound, Drayden.
And you got to stop him now, right out front.
Drayden behind the back. Prebula cuts him off. Cassiano working on buckets. A screen out there from Anderson. Kicks it on the right side of McCarter, who drives and blocking foul on Prebula. That's 3 on Cade. That's 5 on the Panthers. So McCarty will inbound it under the Bearcat hoop. Gets the ball from the official.
And gets it into Intermendi on the right side at the three-point line. Trying to feed it inside to Anderson, but Sovostanovic denies him, pushes him off the box. Now Anderson drives, reverse layup, hit the bottom of the rim, got it back, and spins it up and in. So working hard is Zaya Anderson on the offensive glass.
That's only his second field goal, but that's a big point right there.
Here's the trap press now, and Landon Ray, and Bearcats say through an elbow. No call, and they get it in the front court now to Sovostanovic.
Got to keep playing.
Over to Ray in the corner, O'Neal, back to Ray. And there's Sovostanovic in the post, and he dribbles out of there. Skips it over to O'Neal, drives from the left side to the hoop. It's good.
O'Neal, Tommy O'Neal just took baseline that time and protected the ball from getting it shoved right back down his throat.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, Panthers lead back to 12. 52-40, a three by Cassiano. He's on fire.
Absolutely. Timeout. Your time.
All right, the Bearcats, Cassiano's fourth three of this game, cuts it to 9, 52-30, 3:50 left, and we're back after this on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
All right, so Cassiano's three cuts it to 9 with 3:50 left, and the Bearcats will press.
Absolutely. Looks like a 1-2-1-1, some kind of zone trap, maybe.
O'Neal to inbound it, get into Courtney Batts, who's checked back in, back to O'Neal. O'Neal still on the baseline to Luca Baugh. Luca Baugh to Batts. Batts ahead to Sovostanovic. Nicely done by Central.
And they broke it, so now you just got to take your time.
O'Neal feeds Sovostanovic on the baseline, head fake, and he hits the layup.
Sovostanovic so cool inside that time. That thing, nice shot fake, got him off their feet.
Three by Drayden off the back of the iron. No, long rebound is batted out by Anderson to Batts, and Batts throws it off Anderson's leg, and so it will be Panther basketball.
Both coaches pleading their cases. There's a school for that.
Is there?
Yeah, I graduated.
Did you? With honors,
I'll bet you.
Get it into Luca Baugh, gets the press to Batts. Batts ahead to Sovostanovic. Boy, they have worked on that press breaker. That's nice. And there's a feed inside to Batts, who hits the layup off Luca Baugh's feed.
His first points of this quarter. Big points right there.
Yep.
13.
Now Kevin Sheeler has to be happy with that. Now at the other end, Anderson drives against Sovostanovic, backs it down, puts it up off glass. No, and Sovostanovic has his fourth rebound.
Sovostanovic standing his ground inside that time.
O'Neal with it now for the Panthers in the backcourt. Gets it to Batts. Batts down the lane he goes. Takes it to the hoop and is fouled by Jazeer Drayden. That's going to be 4 on Jazeer.
You know, Ron, I don't understand why Yorkai came out of the zone. I just don't understand. As soon as they came out of the zone, Central didn't even blink. There was no change of pace. They just went right into what they do best, and that's what this thing up.
Courtney Batts 2 of 3 at the line tonight, and the first one here is good. Well, you know, and I've seen it over the years, I'm sure you saw it coaching, a lot of times high school teams have trouble adjusting to that different defense. Maybe you thought to catch them off guard. We have athletes here. We can
absolutely, but Central never missed a beat. As soon as they saw a man, they went right into their motion. I think they scored within 10, 15 seconds the first time they touched the ball against it. I mean, you know, and you're right. A lot of times it will do that, and you know, we all do it, but Central never even blinked.
Batts hits them both now. Bearcats at the other end. McCarter, his three on the right side. No, air ball. And O'Neal grabs it, and here come the Panthers now. In the front court, Luca Baugh drives the lane. His layup too strong. Rebound Cassiano. And Cassiano back quickly down the left side. Oh, nice shot around Sovostanovic.
I tell you what, you need 3 people to stop him when he's going down the lane like that. That kid is smooth.
2:23 remaining. Timeout by the Bearcats. They only have 1 remaining, so 13-point lead. And we'll take a break. Maybe that was a little bit of a quick shot on the part of the Panthers, but we'll talk about that when we come back after this on Sports Radio 1350 GameTimePA.com.
Red Knot, winter driving is on its way. So allow the service professionals at Fink's Garage to check your vehicle to make sure it's ready for the weather that's sure to be coming. We can check your tires, coolant, belts and hoses, battery, and other maintenance needs so that you can be confident about your car for winter. Call Fink's Garage at 717-854-5175. That's 854-5175. Schedule your winter checkup. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
First final of the night, Josh Layton reports from Glen Rock. Dover defeats the Warriors 54-44, so the Eagles go to 12-5 at 8-2. They'll stay at least a half game ahead of Central in Division II. Wow. So here it is 58-45, Central by 13 over York High, and the Panthers have the basketball against this full court press.
They've been doing a great job, and that time, there you go, nice and easy this time.
Get it inbounds to O'Neal in the backcourt. O'Neal back to Luca Baugh. Luca Baugh in the back.
10 seconds.
And they get it across to O'Neal, so they beat the clock there. Back to Luca Baugh. Luca Baugh high post back.
You don't need to score now.
Right.
You do not need to score unless it's a layup, but you've got to beat this track.
Right, and they have it with Batts now. They run the weave out front, and Batts on the right side takes it to hoop left. It's short rebound by Pravula.
Yeah, and see, that's not a good shot by Batts.
Right.
Pravula bailed him out there.
Yep. And the Panthers working it now, and Luca Baugh double team needs some help, and Kevin Sheeler takes a timeout to save the possession. So that's their first. And so we'll stay with Central. We'll keep it here.
Okay.
We have another final coming in now. Anton Johnson reports from West York that the Bulldogs defeat Suburban 42-36. So the Bulldogs now will go to 7-11 overall, but 5-5 in the league. So they keep themselves alive potentially for a league playoff spot. So anyway, situation here is a 13-point lead by Central, just a minute 45 to go, Andy. That sounds like a comfortable lead for Central.
But no, none of them are really comfortable, okay? Central's got to take care of the basketball. Do you just pull the ball out and stall? No. You're looking to handle the basketball, be in the right spot against their traps. Remember, you're going to the line. I mean, you're shooting 1-1 from here on out. So you just got to pay attention. Got to get it inbounds first.
And they do. They get it into O'Neal. O'Neal back to Soba Stanovic now.
But you need the basketball if you're York High.
Right. Soba Stanovic, they'll just play keep away. They'll have to foul him here pretty soon. They get it to Batson out to O'Neal. Clock down to 133.
So you can't do this. You need to foul.
Yep.
You need to foul. You're down 13.
And they do. Finally, Anderson fouls Luca Baugh out there. Anderson's second. It's another score. Go ahead.
You ran 18 seconds off the clock, and you can't afford to do that.
Luca Baugh will shoot the one-on-one as Kyrie Janret checks in for Anderson. Division II score, Eastern leading Cannondale 47-36 in the fourth. So if the Knights hang on, they will remain a half game behind Dover. And we have Eastern at Dover for our final regular season game, a week from Friday.
Ooh.
Free throw good by Luca Baugh. It could be all the marbles in D2.
Yeah. You know, Eastern's playing well right now without their big gun, and you got to give them kids a lot of credit. I thought they played really well at Suburban the other night.
Luca Baugh hits them both, cool as a cucumber. He's 3 of 3 at the line. 15-point lead for the Panthers. Now driving at the other end is Janret. Can't hit the layup, and a rebound by O'Neal, his fifth. And they get it to Luca Baugh. Now the Panthers will just try to run this clock out. O'Neal, the Bats back to O'Neal, trying to get away from the foul, back to Bats, down to 108. Beulah in trouble, gives it up to Luca Baugh. Luca Baugh, and we have a foul on Cassiano. 4 on Jaquez. And I think they're going to send Luca Baugh back to the line.
Nah, Luca Baugh.
So Carter just hit 2, and he gets 2 more. This is the 10th team foul, so he will shoot 2 here. And the free throw is no good. That one rimmed out.
You know, Central really showed well tonight, especially on the change of defense. Didn't miss a beat and just blew the game wide open.
Second free throw by Luca Baugh is good. Carter 4 of 5 at the stripe, has 8, and it's 61-45. Final minute. The other end, Dre Jazir Drayden, coast to coast, can't get it to go. McLean, tip won't go, but he cleans it up, his own rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the final timeout taken by Clovis Gallen with 57 seconds left, but he's down 14 here, Andy.
And, you know, it's a teaching timeout. I mean, I'm not sure you can. You have to hit a three, make a steal, hit a three, you know, make a steal, and then maybe you got a shot. But I don't understand Clovis' thinking. You got the game, you're in the game. It's a counter puncher's duel at that point. And all of a sudden, he goes at the man, and he just walked away from it. I don't understand. He had the right game plan. You know, why change? I don't get it.
Again, the only thing I can think of is being like throw the different defense that we've seen a lot of times on the Rattle High School team. Plus, as Kevin Sheeler told us in the pregame, the Panthers had trouble handling the Bearcats' pressure defense in the first game. So maybe he thought, I'll throw it at him here out of the blue.
Well, you can full court press and still drop back into the 2-3 zone. I mean, his defense was in control of the Panthers offense.
And for Beulah, the quarterback on the football team, goes the length of the court pass, although the shot by Lukaba is blocked by Drayden, but the Panthers save it. So
that's all right.
And Lukaba in trouble in the corner, and you have a timeout called?
No, it's a foul.
Foul, all right. Bearcat foul on Jazir Drayden. That is his fifth, so he's fouled out. So had a nice looking block, but it stayed in bounds, and Carter Lukaba back to the line for two more. So Central going to put this one in the W column here, I do believe, and that will elevate them to 12-7 and 7-4, and see what Dallastown does against New Oxford. They were up by 6 at the half. If the Wildcats hang on and win, they'll remain tied for that final league playoff spot. Carter Lukaba to shoot a couple of 5'10" senior, having a big night offensively for him, and he hits it.
I got him at 4 or 5 right now. And what do you got him at? 5 or 6?
5 or 6.
So I missed one somewhere.
Second run is good as well, so 6 or 7 at the line, that's 10. Averages 3.5 a game. Bearcats quickly in the front court now, and the drive by Van Rett hits a tough driving layup, and apparently there was one timeout left for York High. I thought they were out, but my bad on that one. Timeout taken by Clovis Gallen. It will be his final now. 38.9 left, and the Panthers and Central up by 14. So good for Kevin and the guys tonight. They came in here needing a win to keep pace in the districts and the league, and they're going to get it. And will sweep the series this season against the York High Bearcats. And for the Bearcats, it's going to be tough down the stretch. They will go to 6-11 and 4-7, and really from here, just playing for pride.
Really, and it's very un-Bearcat-like. You know what I mean? At this time of the year, for a long time since we've seen it like that.
Littlestown wins tonight again as they defeat Fairfield by 10, 59-49. So the Bolts hanging in there as well for that final league playoff spot. They would have it right now over Kennerdale or even West York if the Bulldogs were able to climb back into it, as Littlestown now will go to 10-8 and 6-4 overall. So that's the good news. The bad news is they're probably going to end up playing Northeastern.
That's what you win. That's what you get if you get that spot.
But you're in the playoffs, so that's good. Fighting Irish Girls win over Hanover 46-31, so good win for them. And the ball is in the Courtney Bats now. As Central trying to run out the final 35 seconds in the front court for Beulah. Double team back to Bats over to Lukaba. Lukaba spins away from the defender to O'Neal. O'Neal back out to Bats. Bats to Lukaba. Clock down to 23. I think the Bearcats are not going to bother fouling anymore here. And 5 second call, so that will turn it over to York High with just 17 seconds left, and it's a 14-point game. They get it into Cassiano, who was hot all game now. He takes it down the lane. Scoop shot doesn't go, and there's a foul on Bats. So
probably not what you'd like to see down the end. It's actually on O'Neal. That's Tommy's third. And so Cassiano will shoot a couple here. He has not been to the line tonight, 77% on the year.
Cassiano played a good game tonight. Okay, the kid's tough in the lane.
Yep. It's the free throw.
And burying those threes.
Yep. And Jaquez hits the second, 2-2 at the stripe there. But,
nice offensive night for him.
Yep. Got it into Lukaba in the backcourt. 11 seconds left. And Fabula, Cade over to Lukaba. And there's a foul. They call travel. He got away from the clean. So they're over 5.5 seconds left. Central cheerleaders celebrating here. Is their team going to win this one? A deep three by Clovis. Count is good. And that's going to run it out at the buzzer. And the final score, Central 63 and York High 54. We're going to take a break and we'll come back with the Neighborhood Sure Save Markets post-game show right after this on the high school basketball game being presented by Wellspun Sports Medicine.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great Best Jet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party platters with $18.93 deli items. Best Jet hot dogs go great with Best Jet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple Best Jet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of Best Jet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with Best Jet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry. Once a year, a treat so good, Tuesday, February 28th, get your faucets made the old-fashioned way by Maple Donuts. Wonderful good, just like Grandma used to make. So hurry up once now, because we're just making a limited batch. Then you won't be left out when them faucets get old. Come on now, once Tuesday, February 28th, why Maple Donuts and get your faucets. Oh, and P.S., they're available now through Tuesday at any Maple Donuts location. Pick up a box for your friends and family too, you hear? Maple Donuts, why they taste right now.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Between car payments, repairs, and the price at the pump, it can feel like your car is going to drive you out of house and home. Fortunately, Donegal Insurance Group can make keeping your car on the road more affordable. That's because for safe drivers, Donegal delivers rates that are among the lowest in the state. To find out how much you can save, call your neighborhood Donegal agent today. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Home fans going home happy tonight as Central wins it over York High 63-54. They complete the sweep of the Bearcats this season. A big win for Central as they move on the season to 12-7 and 7-4 in the league. As they will remain no worse than tied with Dallastown for that final league playoff spot, and also probably at least hang on to the 12 seed in District 3 6A. Dallastown again was leading New Oxford 28-22 at the half. We'll hope to get a final from Ben Ferry before we leave the air. If not, you can tune in tomorrow as our interns will have reports on the games from around the league tonight, and that will be posted online as well. But a big win for Central tonight as they were tied at halftime, 23 apiece, but Central puts up 40 in the second half to win it by 9. This is the Neighborhood Sure Saves post-game show. We're going to take a break and come back with our post-game stats courtesy of Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent, right after this.
Today, it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line, see me, Trish Hauser.
Hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
Back at Central High, Ron Ruman and Andy Bria here as Central wins it tonight over York High 63-54. And Andy, as you mentioned, you're a little puzzled here. York High seemed to be doing well in the zone defense. They changed the man-to-man, and Central pulled away after that.
I'm sure Clovis has a reason that he did that, but you do it sometimes to change up the pace. But he was in control with that defense. That defense, even though Central did come out of the locker room and had much more success against it than they did in the first half. There was more movement. They were setting some screens against it. Okay. Even that being said, they were still in the game. It was single digits. As soon as he went to man-to-man, it just floodgates over. I just don't get it.
Well, anyway, Central does win, and a big win for them, and we'll detail that again in a moment. Let's get our final stats now from Trish Hauser. We'll start with York High.
All right, Jaden Intermendi, 3 field goals, 6 points. Jacques Cassiano, he had a line. 8 field goals, 4 of those threes, 2 of 2 from the line, 22 points. Kyrie Jennered, 1 field goal for 2 points. Marquez McClain, 1 field goal, 2 points. Jeremiah Carter, 3 field goals, 1 of 5 from the line. He had 8. Clovis Gallen hit the long 3. He has 3 points. Jazir Drayden, 2 field goals, 5 points. Sia Anderson, I got him at 3 field goals, 6 points. So what you have?
I had him for 2
of
4. But yeah.
Okay, 2 of 4. So that gives them 23 field goals, 3 of 7 from the line for 54.
All right, now not a lot of free throws tonight. Usually York High shoots a lot of free throws.
And they do. On the year, I think it was 273.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not 198 to 273. So Central did a nice job of keeping them out of the keep them fouling.
Figured out of 16 games, they were averaging about 25 free throws a game. So only 7 tonight. And also for the Bearcats, Intermendi led him with 6 rebounds. McCarter had 5. Cassiano had 4. Jaquez also 2 steals. Intermendi with a couple of assists. All right, let's get the Panthers.
All right, Courtney Batts, nice line for him. He had 5 field goals, 2 of those threes, 4 or 5 from the line, 16 points. And that young man was hurt. I'd like to know what his issue was. Garrett Markey, 3 threes for 9 points. Evan Zulata, 3 short field goals for 6 points. Nico Sobastanovic had a nice game. 4 field goals, 2 of 2 from the line, 10 points. Kevin Buell, I got him with 4 field goals, 0 of 1 from the line, 8 points. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Tommy O'Neill, 2 field goals, 1 field goal for 2 points. Carter Luckenbaugh, all in the fourth quarter. 1 field goal, 6 of 7 from the line, 9 points. Seth McGowan, 1 field goal, 3 points. I had him for 22 field goals, 13 of 14 from the line.
I have 3 missed.
3 missed?
Throws there. I have 3, 6, 7, 9, and 4. I have 13 of 16.
That's where my mistake was. Okay.
Yeah. That's still pretty good.
13 to 16 for 63 points.
13 to 16 at the line, I'll take most nights.
Right.
And for the Panthers, 6 rebounds for Cade Fabula, 5 for Tommy O'Neill. Carter Luckenbaugh had 4 assists for the Panthers. Zulata had 3. Now, Andy, again, my stats are very, very unofficial, keeping them while doing the game here.
Yeah,
but
it's the same for me. It makes it kind of tough.
But Kevin Sheeler told you in the pregame, rebounding was a key. By my count, the Panthers out-rebounded the Bearcats 28-24 tonight, so it was close, but they won that battle. I also had, how many field goals Central had tonight?
Central had 22.
Okay, I had him for 15 assists on 22 field goals.
And then that's that's big time.
That's moving the ball.
That's giving it to where it needs to go.
Yep.
So the Panthers win at 63-54. Take a break, come back with our Heritage Hills Player of the Game and York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard after this.
Give the gift of relaxation with a gift card from Serenity Spa and Salon at Heritage Hills, the perfect place to unwind after the holidays. York's largest full-service spa and salon, Serenity Spa offers a wide variety of traditional spa services, including massages and facials, a full range of body treatments complete with a delectable scent of your choice, or create your very own package. Gift cards can be purchased at the salon located at 2700 Mount Rose Avenue or by going to serenityspayork.com.
My name is Bob Innerst. I've been a York Traditions Bank customer since 2008. One of the things that I like about York Traditions Bank is that I know everyone is right here in the York area and everybody's local and the decisions are made, right here at the bank. So I feel very comfortable if I need a loan or if I have a question about anything, I'm going to get the answer from the people right here. Because we live here too means that they share a lot of the same concerns that I do. I know that they give back to the local community, and it really makes a difference. They're invested here, and that's important to me. I now tend to measure other businesses that I deal with the level of service that I get at York Traditions Bank. I feel that York Traditions Bank never takes my business for granted. I highly recommend York Traditions Bank to anyone.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Live local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Back to Central one final time. Ron and Andy here. Somebody. It has Central wins it, a big win for the Panthers, 63-54 tonight over the York High Bearcats. So let's get our player of the game from Heritage Hills.
We're going with Courtney Batts tonight. 5 field goals, 2 of those threes, 4 of 5 from the line, 16 points. He did a nice job against his zone. Good movement out front. Kept them in when they needed. In the first half, he had 9 points, and he only missed 1 free throw all night. So Courtney Batts is our Heritage Hills player of the game.
All right, very good. And we just getting a final in now. We're at our York Traditions Bank scoreboard show, and it is a big one. It is huge. So we will pass that along here to you. And we'll tell you, Ben Furry, our guy on the spot out in New Oxford. Dallastown led New Oxford 28-22 at the half, but the Colonials come back and win it 56-54. And coupled with this score, that is huge because that moves Central a full game ahead of Dallastown for that final playoff spot from Division I. The Panthers go to 7-4. Dallastown now falls to 6-5 in league play. So that's a big one. Yes, indeed. Other scores. Anthony Nello in Red Lion says that Spring Grove has defeated Red Lion 53-37. Now, Northeastern has beaten Southwestern 80-40. Friday night, Andy, you and I will be up on the track in Spring Grove.
Yeah, baby.
Northeastern comes to town. Northeastern has 1 league loss. Spring Grove has 2.
Be interesting.
Spring Grove lost in Manchester. Those fans are going to be out there, and they're going to be looking for revenge.
I'm getting there early, so I don't have to walk a half a mile to get to the gym.
And if the Rockets win that, there will be a tie atop of Division I. So make sure you join us for that one on 1350 or game time. It will be a dandy.
All right.
In Division II, Dover maintains a half-game lead over Eastern as the Eagles go to Glen Rock and get a 10-point win over the Warriors, 54-44. So the Eagles go to 8-2 in the league. Now, we don't have a final in yet from Eastern, but they lead Kennerdale by 11 in the fourth quarter, 47-36. So assuming that holds, Dover will maintain that half-game lead over Eastern. Again, we'll have Eastern at Dover a week from Friday in the final regular season game, which could be for Division II. West York stays alive. They defeat Suburban at home tonight for West York at home, 42-36. Anton Johnson on the scene for us there. Josh Layton was in Susquehannock reporting for us. So the Bulldogs go to 5-5 now, and if Kennerdale does lose, as they were to Eastern, Kennerdale's 5-4. So the Dogs a half game out, but Littlestown won tonight, so they actually stay in the driver's seat for that final league playoff spot coming out of Division III. And Cade Burdett reports that York Catholic was an 8-point game at halftime. The Irish win it by 17 over Hanover on the road, 74-57. Good win for them. They go to 17-1, 11-0 in the league.
Lane's got him playing well.
He does, so that's a big win for them. Not much on the girls' side to report, unfortunately. Dallastown up over New Oxford by 9 in the fourth. That's a big one.
York Catholic did defeat Hanover 46-31, and Susquehannock leading Dover by 4 in the fourth. That's got to be over by now. And in the fourth quarter, Suburban over West York 27-20. That would be a tough loss for the Bulldogs. But our interns will have reports on the air tomorrow on those 5 games we had, and they'll be posted online as well. Again, our final tonight, Central 63 and York High 54. We go to Kentucky, Tennessee, NCAA Hoops next. Darrell Henry, doubleheader for York College tomorrow. And we're back Friday night with a big one, Northeastern at Spring Grove.
All
right. For Leif Johnson on the video for Game Time, Jim Harden, as always, pushing all the right buttons back at the station. My partner, Andy Bria. I'm Ron Rubin. Thanks for listening, folks. You have a good night.
Thank you for listening to WOIK's High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by